think coyotes always hang up at 300 yards and circle downwind? Think again, because this big male came in so hard he was practically in our lap before we could even process what was happening. I'm talking feet from us. No hesitation. No circling. Just locked in and charging. I barely had time to get the camera rolling. By the time I flipped it on and got settled, he was already inside 20 yards and still coming. That's the kind of moment predator hunters live for. Pure chaos, heart pounding, trying to stay composed while everything happens at once. He blew right past the first window and just would not stop. I hit the coaxer button, gave him that subtle little sound change and finally locked him up at about 100 yards. Big old coyote. Thick winter coat. Probably 15 yards from us before we even fully picked him up. That was wild. When they commit like that, you don't get much time to think, just react. Crosshairs settled, squeeze and down he goes. We're barely 5 minutes removed from dropping that aggressive male when we hear it, what sounds like a female absolutely ripping her head off out there. Just tearing it up, barking, howling, full aggression. So we answer her right back. A little aggressive vocalization, mix in some pup distress to flip that territorial switch, and here she comes. Straight in. No games. Double down. And it didn't stop there. Things got western in a hurry. Another one appears. Communication is flying. I'm not on him. Yes, I'm on. Shots break, coyotes spinning, dust flying, and when it settles we're standing over a triple. 3 down on one stand. Caller sitting right there in front of us. That's how fast breeding season predator hunting can escalate when you play the right sounds at the right time. Check out that big male I shot at about 75 yards with the 6.5 Creedmoor. We started this stand light, just some soft rabbit distress, nothing crazy. About 5 minutes in he comes sneaking up through a little hollow, creeping slow, cautious. He didn't like something up on the hill. Nobody moved but he was trying to pick us apart. That split second of hesitation cost him. Bullet to the shoulder and it was over. That 6.5 Creedmoor is just wrecking them, flattening everything it touches. When you combine a flat-shooting rifle with disciplined shot placement, it's devastating. Here's a quick tip that will absolutely make you a better coyote hunter. On this stand, we had pronghorns scattered all over the flat in front of us. Cows in one direction, mule deer off to the side, and a few whitetails filtering through the edge. A lot of times, hunters ignore all that background movement. Don't. Those animals will tell you what's happening long before you see it. I've got good eyesight, but I promise you it's not better than a pronghorn's. They were all staring hard to the right. That's your cue. We shifted our glass and sure enough there was a coyote charging in. Those other animals gave us the heads up. Always pay attention to how livestock and wildlife are reacting. They'll tip you off to predators every time. Another big male came in around the 10-minute mark to distress. Steady and committed. Shot was about 150 yards. Crushed him. Clean, ethical, right where it needed to be. When you're patient and let the stand develop, especially during breeding season, you'll often get that second wave of coyotes that hang back just long enough to make things interesting. Then we had one of those stands you dream about. 35-mile-per-hour winds ripping across the country. Most guys would pack it in. But wind can actually work for you if you understand how to use it. I set the collar about 30 yards up and slightly angled away so the sound would carry with the wind. We spotted a coyote over a mile out. In those conditions, you need a collar with serious remote range and clarity. I cranked the sound so it rode the wind, and that coyote came on a string. Never broke stride. Straight into our lap. Picture-perfect wind stand. When you learn how to position your collar, manage volume, and let terrain funnel movement, you can pull coyotes even in brutal conditions. Wind doesn't shut down predator hunting. It just changes how you approach it. Use it to cover noise, mask movement, and carry sound further than you ever could on a calm day. That's what separates consistent coyote killers from casual callers. It's not luck. It's reading behavior, reacting fast, using every tool you've got, and capitalizing when chaos erupts at 15 yards. 3 down on one stand. Aggressive vocal responses. Wind ripping. Coyotes charging from over a mile out. That's high-level predator hunting. If you're serious about killing more coyotes, learning how to handle aggressive breeding season pairs, mastering wind setups, and making the most out of every stand, stick with us. Because when they come in feet from the barrel and everything happens at once, that's when preparation meets opportunity. And that's what this is all about.